Did Film God tell you that he had a invitation to?
You know what? I just found out. Right, Shorty McShortbread. Right, he was I came into the room. Right, he was watching the Snyder Cut, and I was like, "Wait a minute, did we get an invite?" He's like, "Oh, da. So I caught him, right, and I've locked him away. So I got to watch the Snyder Cut, and it's amazing. Welcome back to Film Gob, everyone. It's Shaker here, and finally time to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I got to watch yesterday morning, and I've just been kind of thinking it over. I've only had the chance to watch it once, I know, but I'll be watching it again today. I've still got the invitation from HBO Max, and then they sent us a link and a code to use it, on their website. So that's how I got to watch it early. Special invite, and there was a whole lot of other fans and content creators who've been, making content about the Snyder Cut over the past few years. So it was nice of Vero, HBO Max, Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, all of them come together and invite us for this. It was really, really nice. Didn't have to do it, but they did it, and all I can say is thank you. Officially, it comes out 18th of March, so that's tomorrow. And if you're in the UK, you can watch it on Sky Cinema. Now, this is a spoiler-free review, right? So I'm not going to go in too in-depth with the film, but we'll have a spoiler discussion this Saturday live stream. So that's March the 20th, Saturday, March the 20th, on my birthday. Come through, right? And we'll do a spoiler discussion, and hopefully by then all of you have got to see the film. So what were my thoughts on this film? It's difficult to put into words because it's 4 hours long. Despite the 4-hour runtime, I thought the fact that it's broken into chapters kind of helps me kind of focus on, okay, this is where we are now, this is what's happening. You can take a break if you like. I took a break, I think, after like chapter 3, just like a 5-minute break, but I think the film flows really well, so it keeps you engaged, it keeps you kind of focused on the different kind of plot and the characters that are happening at the same time, or go back and forth between. Even though the runtime is fine, even though I'm quite happy with the overall story, and the plot's kind of familiar because this was the original cut of the film, or the rough cut that was then butchered up and put into the theatrical cut. The plot is there, that's kind of familiar, but I would say the last 10 minutes, the epilogue, maybe takes a little bit too far, right? I know some of you will be like, "Fuck, blasphemous!" Even though the scene's awesome, right? It's cool. So the film is rated R, right? Yes, there's hands and heads being chopped off. There's blood being splattered in the camera, right? There's all those kind of effects. A few F-bombs throughout the film. Even I won't say who says the F-bomb. They're different characters, but it's quite surprising. I was like, all right, okay, cool. But it doesn't feel gratuitous. It doesn't feel in your face and unwanted. It actually makes sense. And when you hear the F-bombs or the violence, it kind of makes sense. And that's not to say that there's no humour in the film. There's humour, there's heart, right? For all you looking for that kind of, the interactions with the different members of the team, different characters in the league. I thought it was joyous. Don't know what to tell you. The Flash is funny. Are you sure he's eccentric? He's still eccentric, and he's still telling the jokes, but it's all coming mainly from him and not every character. I've said that before in these kind of superhero movies where I don't like every character cracking jokes. So it's mainly coming from the Flash, and he is funny. Like his interactions with other league members, or just the scenes that he's in, the timing and just the scene itself, the scenario that he's in, I thought he was really good. And the film is very emotional as well, right? The opening scene, I was like, just being back in that world kind of gets you kind of emotional with the Superman scene. The ending, you know, I'm not sure if I should say it, but you've probably heard. It's mainly through Cyborg. I would say that his relationship with, you know, Silas Stone, his father, played by Joe Morton, the legend, and it's great to see. It's really nice, their story and how it's kind of progresses. What about the action scenes though? Huh? You're here for the action scenes? Huh? You're here for the Zack Snyder visual wizardry? It's on point. Of course it is. The special effects are... Cyborg and Steppenwolf, like, especially Steppenwolf, like, I can't believe how improved that design is. His kind of... His armour that's kind of moving, is metallic and shiny and, you know, spiky effer, as Zack Snyder would call him. And then there's Darkseid and Desaad. You've seen it in the trailer, you know, you've got this kind of, you know, Steppenwolf is kind of communicating to the other new gods. You know, you've got the kind of, this kind of slab, kind of monolith, and they are kind of projecting out of this, and it's the kind of molten fire kind of dripping from around them. I just thought that design was amazing, and to see it is just... So there's many action scenes, but the film does feel like there's more character, more drama, more story in there than you know, you would expect. So it's not constant action. So I did like that. I did like how it's kind of the many action scenes, but they're kind of placed very well throughout the film. Tom Hokenberg's score, the soundtrack to this film. Now, there are many scenes in the film that are much improved, right, with Tom Hokenberg's score and very, you know, distorted guitar, you know, drums, right, very drum-driven pieces of music. Then you've got a couple of Nick Cave songs in there, right? I don't know. I would imagine that's Zack Snyder's choice. Very well done, very well placed. I like them. As a Nick Cave fan, it's like, wow, Nick Cave is in a fucking DC film, right? His music is being used in a DC superhero film. It's kind of awesome. But when it comes to Tom Hokenberg's score, right? Like I say, I love his kind of the Crew at War Power track. It's epic, and you hear like different versions of it throughout the film. And he also brings back themes from Man of Steel, BVS, the Wonder Woman theme, right? So that's all great. But when there's a hot take, guys, I'm sorry, there's a hot take.
Oh, okay. What's your hot take? Just to kind of tease it out a little bit.
There's one scene where I actually prefer Danny Elfman's music.
Oh! Are we gonna find out Saturday?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
But we'll talk more about that in the spoiler discussion on Saturday, and hopefully we'll have some guests and we can discuss it and argue over it. And I'm sure you'll join in. So there's so much new stuff in here, but it's like so difficult kind of to talk about it. But man, it's hard to talk about it without spoiling it. So I can't. I mean, the kind of relationship between, you know, Steppenwolf, Desaad, Darkseid. I love that, how they kind of tease it. They kind of tease it and then they show it here and there. Oh man, the Darkseid visual. Oh my god, I can't get it out of my head. I'll say this. The trailers and TV spots, I think they ruined some surprises. I didn't even watch the final trailer. I was like, oh, was that Darkseid laser beams? So I kind of backed out. I didn't watch the final trailer, but I saw glimpses of it on Twitter. So it's kind of hard to spoil because some scenes have been, some surprises I should say, have been kind of already talked about. Especially if you're in the movement and the community and the past year or two talking about it, you know what's coming. So, oh, but hey, that Joker and Batman scene, even though I said, you know, you know what, we'll leave that for the spoilers. Now, it's too early for me to talk about, is it Zack Snyder's best film? Is it the DC film's best film? I don't want to get into this discussion. These things take time. Like, it took me a while to kind of go, you know what, maybe I think Batman v Superman is better than Man of Steel. All right, okay, I can see it. There are scenes in the film, there's big chunks of the film that I feel, you know, this is a perfect sequel to Batman v Superman, and in some ways there are scenes that are much lighter than Batman v Superman. I'm just happy that we've got the trilogy complete, right? Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League, and you know, HBO Max, Warner Media, give Zack all the money, show him the money. Let's go, let's make Justice League Part 2 and 3 back to back, right? Give him the fucking $5 million, $500 million, because once you go Zack, you don't go back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once Zack Snyder has shown you this is how DC characters should be portrayed cinematically, what is the point of going to someone else? Like, no offense, but J.J. Abrams, I like J.J. Abrams films, but he's no Zack Snyder when it comes to DC. Now, if you're a fan of the Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War, who's going to give you that in a live action film? Who's going to do that justice? Only Zack. In my opinion, only Zack Snyder could do that. So it was definitely worth the wait, right? These last 2.5 years, 3 years fighting for the Snyder Cut. Don't worry about the Rotten Tomatoes. Don't worry about these bloggers. They're still hating. They're still trolling. I've seen it before. The kind of overall consensus on the Zack Snyder's Justice League is quite positive. You know, so a lot of critics saying, you know what, it's a long film. That's a very Zack Snyder film. You know, in their opinion, they're not big fans of his, but they have to admit it's better than that piece of shit we got in 2017, and they're giving it good reviews because of that. So remember, we've got our spoiler discussion happening live this coming Saturday, March 20th. By then, hopefully you've all got to see the film on the 18th or the 19th, whether it's on HBO Max, your nearest IMAX cinema. I saw some followers of mine get to see it in IMAX. I'm very jelly at them. And also, later today, I'll be on a Geeks and Gamers live stream. Yeah, the charity stream for the AFSP. So big up to them for you know, holding this live stream with Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's going to be there, and you guys, you can come on and donate if you can. So it's going to be me, Uche Waneri, Jeremy, right? He's going to be. I think he's going to be there. Lethal Lightning and Ryan Kinnell, Fiona Zhang. Fiona Zhang's going to be there, and hopefully you can come by and drop some donations. So click like, because you know we're right. Let us know in the comments below. If you care, you can share. And then you smash that mother effing subscribe button and click that bell for all notifications, or go to hell. So until next time, everyone, I'm Shekar, and I'll catch you next time.